Hello, welcome to the Empower Elegance. Today we are going to do exercises to open a telepathy, the idea of transmitting thoughts or feelings directly from one mind to another without using physical senses. Has fascinated people for centuries. While scientific evidence for telepathy remains inconclusive, experimenting with it can be a fun and intriguing way to explore the mysteries of human connection and intuition. The first one is the card guessing game. It helps you to test your ability to send and receive mental images or specific objects. You will need a deck of playing cards or a set of Zener cards with symbols like a circle, square, star, waves, and cross. A quiet space, a partner. Sit across from your partner in a quiet, distraction-free environment. Decide who will be the sender and who will be the receiver. The sender picks a card and focuses intensely on the image or symbol, visualizing it in their mind for 30 seconds. Try to send the image mentally by imagining it traveling to the receiver. The receiver closes their eyes, clears their mind, and tries to visualize any shapes, colors, or impressions that come to them. After 30 seconds, the receiver writes down or says what they saw. Compare the receiver's guess to the actual card. Repeat for 10-20 cards and track how many matches you got. Swap roles and repeat the experiment. The anticipation of guessing correctly and the occasional hit can feel like a breakthrough. Zener cards, historically used in parapsychology research, add a scientific vibe to your experiments. Tips: keep it relaxed. Open mind, stress can block intuition. Track your success rate over multiple sessions to see if you improve. Try with different partners to see if certain pairing yield better results. The next one is the emotion transmission challenge. Send and receive specific emotions without verbal or physical cues. You'll need a partner, a list of emotions, for example, happiness, sadness, excitement, calm, fear, a timer. Sit facing your partner about 3-5 feet apart in a quiet room. Decide who is the sender and who is the receiver. The sender chooses an emotion from the list and spends 30 seconds feeling that emotion deeply. For example, recalling a happy memory to feel happiness. Focus on projecting that emotion to the receiver without facial expressions or sounds. The receiver closes their eyes and focusing on any emotional shifts or feelings they notice. After 30 seconds, the receiver names the emotions they sensed. The sender reveals the emotions they were trying to send. Discuss any sensations or impressions the receiver felt. Try 5-10 rounds, then swap roles. This experiment taps into the subtle ways we pick up on others' emotions, like when you feel someone's mood without them saying anything. It's thrilling to see if you can sense your partner's emotion state accurately. Use strong, distinct emotions for clearer results. Avoid looking at each other to minimize nonverbal cues. Reflect on whether certain emotions, for example, excitement, are easier to transmit than others. The third one, the object visualization test object. Transmit and receive mental images of everyday objects. What you will need? You'll need a few small household objects, for example, a spoon, a book, a candle, paper and a pen for the receiver to sketch or describe, a partner. Place 5 to 7 objects in a separate room or hidden from the receiver. The sender and receiver should be in different rooms or far enough apart to avoid auditory cues. The sender picks one object, holds it, and spends 1 minute visualizing its shape, texture, color, and details. They mentally send this image to the receiver. The receiver relaxes, closes their eyes, and tries to visualize any object that come to their mind. They can sketch or write a description of what they see. Compare the receiver's description or sketch to the actual object. Discuss any similarities, even if partial. For example, I saw something shiny, but I thought it was a coin instead of a spoon. Try with different objects and switch roles after a few rounds. Sketching the received image adds a creative twist and even partial success. Like getting the color or shape right can feel like a telepathic win. Tips: start with distinct objects to make the mental images clearer. Experiment with distances, try being in different rooms or even further apart. Note any recurring patterns in what you successfully transmit or receive. The next one is the song in your head experiment. You will see if you can mentally transmit a song or melody to another person. You will need a partner, a quiet space, optional list of well-known songs, how to play, sit or stand few feet apart in a quiet space, decide who is the sender and who is the receiver. The sender chooses a familiar song, for example, Happy Birthday or a popular pop song, and silently sings or hums it in their mind for 1 minute, focusing on sending the melody or lyrics to the receiver. The receiver closes their eyes and listens for any tune, rhythm, or lyrics that pop into their head. They can hum, sing, or describe what they hear. The sender reveals the song and you compare. Even partial matches like the same genre or similar rhythm are worth noting. Try 5-10 rounds, then swap roles. Why it's exciting? Music is a universal language, and catching even the snippets of the same song can feel like a magical connection. It's also fun to see if certain types of music, for example upbeat or slow, transmit better. Choose songs both of you know to increase the chance of recognition. Try focusing on a specific lyric to make the signal stronger. Experiment with singing the song out loud in a separate room to see if it changes the results. The next experiment is the dream telepathy experiment. Attempt to influence or share images in each other's dreams. You'll need a partner you trust, a notebook to record dreams, a specific image or symbol, for example, a red balloon, a tree, a star. Before going to bed, agree on a specific image or symbol with your partner. One person will be the sender and the other will be the receiver. As the sender falls asleep, they focus on a chosen image, visualizing it vividly and imagining sending it to the receiver. They can repeat this focus during the night if they wake up. The receiver goes to sleep with the intention of being open to receiving the image in their dreams. They keep a notebook by their bed to jot down any dreams upon waking. In the morning, the receiver shares their dream details without knowing the sender's image. Compare notes to see if the image appeared in a dream or if a related symbol showed up. Trying again another night, swapping roles. The idea of connecting through dreams feels like stepping into a sci-fi movie. Even vague similarities between the sent image and the dream can spark wonder and discussion. Choose a simple, vivid image to make it easier to recognize. Keep dream journal for a week to track patterns or recurring symbols. Try this experiment during a nap for quicker results. And tips for successful telepathy experiments: create the right environment. Choose a quiet, comfortable space free from distractions like phones or loud noises. Both sender and receiver should take a few deep breaths to calm their minds before starting. Don't expect perfect results. Partial success or intuitive hunches are still meaningful. Telepathic abilities, if they exist, may improve with practice, so try these experiments multiple times. Keep a journal of your experiments to track success, patterns, or improvements over time. Approach these experiments with curiosity and playfulness rather than the pressure to prove telepathy. Thank you very much for listening, and see you in the next video.